How's it going, everybody? Sick Eric Tech back with another video, and today we're going to be talking about things that I hate about the OnePlus Nord N20. Now, there aren't many things. There are about 8 things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 things I hate about the OnePlus Nord N20. Now, this is a part 1. I will do a part 2 of things that I like about it, because there are a lot that I like as well. So going on to my list right here is going to be the haptic feedback on this device. Very springy and very loud, I guess. Every time a notification comes in and you got your phone sitting on the desk, you're going to hear a and it's very loud and very springy, and it's not very good when you're typing on here. I understand this is a budget device, so I'm not holding it against it. I know what this device is, I know what it's capable of, but just throwing it in there, the haptic feedback on here is not that great. Going on over to the display on here. Now, while this is a nice display, and this is an AMOLED display, it is only 60 Hertz, so keep that in mind. And it looks good, but the brightness level is it's okay. It's not that great. It gets bright enough, but I would like for it to get a little bit brighter. And the fact that the resolution caps out at 1080p on YouTube, when any other device I got that it's 1080p, that has a 1080p display, you're still able to click that 1440 option to upscale when you're watching videos on YouTube. But on the OnePlus Nord N20, it does not give you that option. It's just 1080p. You can't go any higher than that. While it's a nice display and better than has been on other Nord devices, it's still not that great of a quality display, I guess. And it is only at 60 Hertz. Going on over to the performance on here, while this is a pretty snappy phone when using, everyday stuff, scrolling social media and doing things like that, when it comes down to actual processing power on here, the other day I was deleting some photos in my gallery or on my SD card, and it was about 67 items. There was some video in there and some photos as well. And it was taking so long to delete these files, like at least 15 minutes on there. And by the time it was done, the phone rebooted. I guess it couldn't handle the processing power on there. It literally just rebooted on me, but it did delete everything. But the phone restarted itself. Maybe it couldn't handle that processing power. And like I said, while scrolling on here and going and doing your normal day stuff, it's not going to do the hardcore stuff for, say, like editing a video using Power Director. Very, very slow on here and very non-responsive when it comes down to that. And editing video and just doing raw processing power stuff on here, this phone is a little bit weak in that department. Going back into that, notifications on the always on display. So when you have your always on display right here, it's only going to show the clock, the day and the month, and your battery percentage, and of course your fingerprint icon when you bring it up at the bottom. But when you get notifications on here, unlike other OnePlus devices like the 10 Pro and all of that, you'll get little notification icons at the bottom. This device does not have that option to give you your icons at the bottom over there, so you don't know if you got any notifications waiting for you on there or anything. You have to unlock the device and then either see them on your lock screen or scroll down up here and see that you have notifications on your device. They will not show up on the always on display. And back to the always on display, another gripe is that you cannot change your clock on there. So if you go into personalizations, there is no option to change the type of clock on your always on display. You can do a bunch of other stuff, more than I thought you'd be able to do on here, but for that clock you only get one option, and that is this digital clock. It is small. Like I said, hard to see sometimes, and this is all you get, nothing else when it comes down to customization for your always on display. Going on over to the next thing is going to be the cameras, or lack of cameras. There is pretty much only one camera on here, and that is the 64 megapixel camera. The other one is a macro sensor, and the other one is a depth sensor. But while the depth sensor might come in handy for portrait video, you only get one camera on the rear. No wide angle options, no nothing. You get one shooting capability, and that is it. You can zoom in a little bit, but that's all going to be digital zoom, which is not going to be that great. So you only get one camera, caps out at 1080p, and you only get one front-facing camera. Of course, that caps out at 1080p as well. And while pictures on here come out pretty good, better than I thought they would, there was also no stabilization. The stabilization on here is not that great, and if you're looking to shoot indoors or in low light, it's going to be very, very janky. When you're trying to shoot video, you're going to get a lot of blur and everything. So other than that, like I said, I know this phone is a budget phone. Maybe I'm being too harsh, but those are the things that I do not like. Keeping it honest here. Last thing, it's not really a serious thing, sort of an honorable mention, is that there is no wireless charging. I know, like I said, it's a budget phone. I wasn't expecting wireless charging, but I'm just throwing it on there. Not a big deal. You get 33 watt fast charging on here, so that is not a huge deal. I just thought I would mention no wireless charging. I know a lot of other devices that are around the same price range do have wireless charging. It's just the OnePlus Nord N20 does not. So that's pretty much it for things I do not like. 6 things. That is pretty good out of a budget device. I was expecting a little bit more. And like I said earlier, stay tuned for my next video. It'll be things that I do like about this device, because there is a lot. And this device has surprised me, but those are 6 things that I do not like about the OnePlus Nord N20. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe. Click that bell icon, that way you don't miss out on videos on this device and other devices in the future. And I will see you next time. Peace.